This is lesson 14, part 3. Here they give us this graph, and we don't know what it is, we just know that it's called g of x. That's what this blue is. Use the graph to evaluate the following, estimate where necessary. So we're going to look up g of 1. That means when x equals 1. So we look at x equals 1, we go up and we find, and then we look where the y value is. So y is 3. G of 0. So when x is 0, what is y? It's right here, so y would be 5. If x is 2.5, what's y? So look through here. It looks to either be at 5 or maybe 5.5. Use the graph to find the intercepts. So the x-intercept means the y is 0. Y-intercept means the x is 0. You can have more than one. So let's look at the x-axis. Here's our intercept, and that looks to be about negative 1.3, we'll say. It's a little past 1, not quite to 1.5. So let's look at x equals 0. Y is 5. So those are our intercepts. 17. People who sustain leg injuries often require crutches. A proper crutch length can be estimated without using trial or error. This function can compute an appropriate crutch length for a person x inches tall. So this says evaluate it for 65. So we're trying to find f of 65 equals, and then we put our function. So we're going to put 65 in here, plus 2, and that gives us 48.8. So write a sentence that explains the meaning of your part A. So that would be, for a person 65 inches tall, their crutch length needs to be 48.8 inches. What's next? And then 18. Alright, 18. Table shows the wind speed for Louisville, Kentucky. X corresponds to January, so January, February, March, April, so on. Find the wind speed for 3. So when in March, the wind speed is 10.4 miles per hour. 6 is 8.1 miles per hour. 12 is 9.2 miles per hour. Write a sentence explaining each of the above. So, in March, January, February, March, the wind speed was 10.4 miles per hour. In January, February, March, April, May, June, the wind speed was 8.1 miles per hour. And then in December, the wind speed was 9.2 miles per hour. Estimate the Valentine's Day average spending per person in 2007. So if we look at 2007, we go up and we find, we would say the average spending would be $120. Estimate the Valentine's average spending per person in 2005. So that would be right here. So we're going to come up here. So it would be probably a little less than 100. We'll say 80. And that is the end of lesson 14. If you have any questions, make sure you write them down and ask them in class.